Good morning, students. Hope you will be fine at your respective places. Last time we were discussing the ecological factors, or we will see the various environmental factors that affect the what we call as the living organisms. We have broadly divided these ecological factors or environmental factors into two categories. First one is the climatic factors and second one is the adaptive factors. Climatic factors में हमने discuss किया what we called as this atmospheric एटमॉस्फेयर. सेकंड वन हमने लाइट किया डिस्कस, हमने थोड़ा बहुत टेम्परेचर डिस्कस किया, वी हैव वाटर डिस्कस हमने किया. नाउ टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस दैट इज द एडाप्टिव फैक्टर्स. Adaptive factors. What are the adaptive factors? These are those factors which are related to the soil. Now, what do you mean by adaptive factors? These are those factors which deal with the soil structure, which deal with the soil composition, including all its physical and chemical properties. So we can say adaptive factors, it includes the soil structure. नंबर सेकंड वो कहेंगे इट इज द सॉइल कंपोजिशन and it also includes its physical and chemical properties. Physical and chemical properties. Now, what is the structure of the soil? What is the composition of the soil? Or what are the various physical and chemical factors or properties of the soil that influence the living organisms on the surface of the soil? This soil, अगर हम बात करेंगे, it is the outermost layer of the land. It is the outermost layer of the land. सेकंड अगर हम इसकी बात कर लेंगे सॉइल की, सॉइल अगर इट इज नॉट ए सिंगल फैक्टर. Rather, what is we can say, it is the complex of various factors. This soil, it is not a single factor. Soil is not a single factor, but it is the complex of various factors. So this is called as the, इसको हम फिर नाम क्या देंगे, it is called as the soil complex. So we can call it as the soil complex. Except parasites, except epiphytes, अगर हम बात करेंगे, except parasites, plant parasites, अगर हम बात कर लेंगे epiphytes की बात कर लेंगे, all the plant organisms, all the organisms rather, उनकी जो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन है, इनकी जो what we call as कि हवा they are found, their distribution is mainly influenced by this soil. That is influenced by the soil texture, that is influenced by the soil structure, that is influenced by this soil composition. According to Schimper, he has given some laws rather. According to Schimper, according to its second law, what does he say? That according to him, what we will see, all the living organisms, अगर हम बात करेंगे, उनकी जो distribution, that their distribution is directly related to the soil. कि जो भी हमारे पास लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स है, उनकी जो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन हम देखेंगे ऑन द अर्थ, दैट देयर डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन जो है, इट इज डायरेक्टली रिलेटेड टू द सॉइल. Now, this soil formation, how this soil formation takes place? In this soil formation, we will find there are two important processes which take place in this soil formation. First one is called as weathering. Second one is called pedogenesis. What is the weathering? Weathering is simply the breaking down of the parent rock from which the soil is obtained. Weathering is simply the, what is weathering? Weathering is simply the breaking down of the parent rock from which the soil is obtained. This weathering की अगर हम बात कर लेंगे, अगर हम वेदरिंग की बात करेंगे, वेदरिंग कैन टेक प्लेस by different methods. First one, it can take place by chemical processes. This weathering can take place by physical processes. This weathering can take place by biological processes. So all these three different processes, that is physical, chemical processes, physical process, and the biological processes, they play an important role in breaking down of the soil. In chemical processing, what we will see, we will find different processes takes place. Number first, dehydration. We will see hydration. We will see calcination. We will see some this what we call as the oxidation reduction reaction, oxidation reduction reactions that take place in the parent rock material. In the physical processes, what we will see that cooling and heating, पहले कूल हो जाता है फिर हीटिंग हो जाती है. Then wetting and drying, wetting and dry, पहले wet हो जाती है रॉक मटेरियल फिर वो ड्राई अप हो जाती है. Then we will see one more process, that is the freezing. Then we will see one more process that is called as the glaciation. वो process हो जाती है. That are some physical processes. In case of biological processes, what we will see, some bacteria, some other we can say the living organisms, they play an important role in breaking down the, we will see the lichens and their acids. They play an important role in breaking down the rock. They play an important role in the process of weathering. This is the first part. Second जो part है इसका, how this soil formation takes place, there we will see, that is called as the pedogenesis. What happens in the pedogenesis? This weathered rock material, that is a broken down rock material, that is the weathered rock material, and what we will see, the decomposed organic matter, this weathered rock material and this decomposed organic matter, which is called as the humus, what we will see, that those two combine together and they give rise to this, what we will call as the soil. In this process, weathered rock material and the decomposed organic matter, they somehow combine together, giving rise to the formation of the soil. And this soil is the superficial layer. It is a superficial layer and superficial layer of the earth's crust. Second बात अगर हम बात कर लेंगे this what we call as this soil, this whole process जो हम कहेंगे, in which the weathered rock material and the decomposed organic matter, they combine together, they give rise to the formation of the soil, that is called as the pedogenesis. And the sinus, that is the branch of study where we will see how the soil formation takes place, that is called the pedology. Now इसके बाद हम क्या देखते हैं, that is this, कभी कभार when we saw the vertical section of the soil, when we cut the vertical section of the soil, what we will see, we will find different layers of the soil. these different layers of the soil, they are what in these different layers, they are superimposed upon one another. And these different layers, this is the layer number 1, this is the layer number 2, this is layer number 3, or this is layer number 4. And these different layers which are superimposed upon one another, that is called as soil profile, that is called as horizons, these layers. And these different horizons or these different layers, they are different in their soil, in their composition, in their thickness, in their physical nature, in their chemical nature. They are different from each other. They are different in their soil coloration. They are different in their soil, what we call as the particles of which they are of the made up of. And the different layers are called as the horizons. And this section, vertical section जो हम देखते हैं, in which we will find different layers of the soil which are superimposed upon one another, that is called as soil profile. The different layers which are found in the soil profile, they are mainly divided into different layers. First one, horizon A, layer A. Then we have got second one, horizon B. Then we have got third one, horizon C. Then we have got third one, horizon D. और कभी कभार हम horizon R भी इसको बोलते हैं. So we will find different layers of the different horizons, horizon A, horizon B, horizon C, horizon D. This horizon A, it can be further subdivided into O1, O2, and it can be further divided into A1, A2, A3. Then horizon B, horizon C, and horizon D, or what we call as a R. Now, when we go into the composition, when we go into the what we call as what we see when we see the soil, this soil के अगर हम composition देखेंगे, it is made up of 4 different things. First one, which is found, that is the organic matter, mineral matter. Third, अगर हम second की बात करेंगे, then it is the organic matter. Then we have got the third one, that is called as the soil water. And fourth one, that is called as the soil air. Air या water. अगर हम यहाँ पर देखेंगे जो and these mineral matter, organic matter, soil water, soil air, they are found in the different layers in different proportions. अगर हम बात कर लेंगे मिनरल मैटर की, इट इज प्रेजेंट, इसकी जो परसेंटेज है, इसकी जो रेशियो है, दैट इज अबाउट 50 to 60%. अगर हम ऑर्गेनिक मैटर की बात करेंगे 7 to 10%. अगर हम सॉइल वाटर की बात करेंगे, इट इज 15 to 25%. अगर हम सॉइल एयर की बात करेंगे, इट इज अबाउट 25 to 35%. सो दीज डिफरेंट जो मैंने कहा है soil particles, they are found in different proportions, of which they are found, that is the mineral matter, that is about 50 to 60%, then organic matter 7 to 10%, then soil water 15 to 25%, and number 4, soil air 25 to 35%. Now let us try to discuss, थोड़ा बहुत अब हम इनकी जानकारी देंगे, थोड़ी बहुत. First हम try to discuss mineral matter. मिनरल मैटर की अगर हम बात करते हैं, मिनरल मैटर, व्हाट वी विल सी इन द मिनरल मैटर, दैट इसकी जो कंपोजिशन है, इसकी जो प्रपोर्शन है, इसका जो रेशियो, व्हाट वी विल सी प्रपोर्शन, जो दैट इज परसेंटेज जो पाई जाए द सॉइल, दैट इज अबाउट 50 to 60%, which is found in the soil, which is about 50 to 60%. That is these mineral matter, it is present, जो इसकी हम composition देखते हैं soil की, mineral matter, it forms about 50 to 60%, and it consists of, इसमें क्या पाया जाता है, it forms about, अगर हम ये मिनरल मैटर की, इट इज मेड अप ऑफ सॉइल पार्टिकल्स, वो सॉइल पार्टिकल्स का बना है. दी सॉइल पार्टिकल्स की अगर हम बात कर लेंगे, दी सॉइल पार्टिकल दे हैव गॉट interspaces between, they are loosely arranged and they have interspaces between them. And these soil particles की अगर हम बात कर लेंगे, वहां पर हम देखेंगे they are formed by the weathering of the parent rock, and they include about 25 elements, of which अगर हम बात कर लेंगे 16 elements are very much essential. These mineral matter, it is made up of the soil particles, and these particles की अगर हम बात कर लेंगे, they have got they are loosely arranged, that means they have got some spaces which is called interspaces between them. And these soil particles की अगर हम बात कर लेंगे, they are made up of 25 elements, of which 16 elements जो है they are very much essential. These 16 elements जो हमारे पास अब आ गए, which are very much essential, these essential elements, they have been categorized into two different ways. एक को हम बोलते हैं मैक्रोन्यूट्रेंट्स, दूसरे को हम बोलते हैं मैक्रोन्यूट्रेंट्स मैक्रो एलिमेंट्स, सेकंड को हम बोलते हैं माइक्रोन्यूट्रेंट्स. As the name indicates, these micronutrients, they are used in the large quantity and they play an important role in the formation of the body tissues. These micronutrients, they are used in the what we call as the large quantities, and they play an important role in the formation of the body tissue. And इनका जो हम नंबर देखते हैं, they are 9 in number. दे इंक्लूड, इनमें कौन से पाए जाते हैं? दे इंक्लूड हाइड्रोजन, नाइट्रोजन, ऑक्सीजन. We have got this what we call as this carbon. First one is hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon. Then we have got the potassium. Then we have got the magnesium. Then we have got the calcium. Then we have got the phosphorus. Then we have got the sulfur. So hydrogen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon, potassium, magnesium, calcium, phosphorus and sulfur. Now these micronutrients अगर हम बात कर लेंगे, they are used by the plant in very small amounts, and उनका जो हम नंबर देखते हैं, they are only 7 in number. They are 7 in number. They are essential in some plants. अगर हम बात कर लेंगे, they are very much essential. But अगर हम देखते हैं कि इनकी जो तादाद है, जो हम यूज देखते हैं, that is very much less, that is 7. उनका ज़्यादा used in small quantities rather, and उनकी जो तादाद है, that is 7 in number. We have got iron, we have got manganese, we have got cobalt, we have got molybdenum, we have got copper, we have got nickel. आयरन है, मैग्नीज है, कोबाल्ट है, मोलिब्डेनम है, कॉपर है, निकल है. वी हैव गॉट क्लोराइड्स,